Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we are from group 5. So we're gonna talk about analysis of EFL student difficulties in learning English, phonology, and phonetics at English Department, Victory University of Sorong.
Hello everyone, my name is Zaratu Nabila and I will explain about abstract and introduction. First slide is abstract. This research explores the main problems that EFL students face when learning English phonology and phonetics. It involved 46 students from the 5th and 7th semester who had already taken the course. Some major challenges include interference from their first language, inconsistencies between English spelling and pronunciation, limited exposure to native English, and even psychological factors like anxiety. So the researchers conclude that students need more phonological training, more listening practice, and support to build their confidence. Next, introduction. Phonology and phonetics are two important areas in language learning. Phonology focuses on sound system, while phonetics deal with how sounds are cyclically produced. However, many students find these subjects difficult, especially because English has sounds that don't exist in their native languages. At Victory University, students often struggle with phonetic transcription and distinguish English sounds, which impacts their pronunciation, listening, and communication skills. This study is important because it looks at both phonology and phonetics together, which most previous research has not done yet.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Fat Rahman and I'm here will explain about the literature review of the article that review. So, the article review key ideas and past studies about the difficulties EFL students face in learning phonetics and phonology. One main issue is the influence of students' native language, which often leads to incorrect English pronunciation. The mismatch between English spelling and pronunciation also causes confusion. Limited exposure to native or fluent English speakers can prevent students from learning accurate pronunciation and speech patterns. Additionally, mastering suprainstrumental features like intonation, stress, and rhythm is challenging. Poor phonological working memory, anxiety, and lack of confidence further hinder the progress.
Hello everyone, my name is Mavira Arvina Subrata and here I'm going to explain about the methodology that were used by the researcher. So first starting from the design and sample. In this section, the researcher explained how the data were collected and who the research subjects are. So the researcher used descriptive qualitative method to this study, with the subjects of the study were 46 students of the English department at Victory University of Sorong who have taken the English phonology and phonetic class, which are in the 5th and 7th semester. And the second one is about the instrument and also the procedure that the researcher used in this study. So, the study employs a questionnaire as the primary instrument for data collection from the students. And then the questionnaire is designed to consider various difficulties that students may encounter in learning phonology and phonetics. So it is a Likert scale items to measure the level of difficulty students experience in comprehending and producing English sound. And also the questionnaire was designed by the researcher in consideration about the common difficulties encountered by EFL learners in phonology and phonetic class through Google Forms.
And for the result of discussion, we find that the findings show several major pronunciation challenges. Students struggle with English that don't exist in their native language, like O and O. Incorrect source intonation often make their speech hard to understand. Their first language heavily influences how they pronounce English, and these errors tend to persist. The current curriculum offers little phonological training, limiting students' pronunciation development. The study recommends better phonics teaching, exposure to various English accents, and strategies to build student speaking confidence.
So we're gonna next for the conclusion. Learners face pronunciation challenges due to multiple factors. students struggle with English pronunciation because of their native language influence, confusing English spelling rules, lack of exposure to native speakers, and emotional or memory-related difficulties. So for the next one is the teaching method lacks practical pronunciation training. Current teaching methods do not provide enough practical exercise in listening and pronunciation, making it harder for students to master English sounds effectively. And so for the last is study offer practical solution for improvement. The study suggests clear phonic lessons, more listening practice with various English accent, and confidence building strategies to help students improve their speaking skills. So we are from Group 5. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.